Hi, I'm David Cantor with the Law Offices of David Michael Cantor, and today I'm going to focus on the crime of sexual assault or rape. This particular crime in Arizona is defined as intentionally or knowingly engaging in sexual intercourse, or oral sexual conduct without consent of the other person. Now, we see this charged a lot and overcharged a lot, and the problem with it is the punishment. On a first offense, it's 5.25 years in prison minimum up to 14 years maximum. Add 3 more years if there's an allegation that the alleged victim was drugged. Now, normally you'd think that means roofie or date rape drug, but believe it or not, we've seen prosecutors claim that alcohol qualifies. The sentence goes up to 25 to life in prison if a person intentionally or knowingly inflicts serious physical injury during the sexual assault. That's normally what you see in the movies and the bad stuff. What we normally see is more of the standard college scenario, or what some people call the alleged date rape scenario. The other problem with this, if you're convicted of any of these levels, you have to register as a sex offender for the rest of your life. So hypothetically, even if you were able to get no jail whatsoever and you pled to some type of attempted sex assault, you'd still face sex offender registration, which could effectively end security clearances, job opportunities, living in dorm rooms, things of that nature. Now, the defenses. The number one defense to a sexual assault is consent. That is, look, she consented. This was not forcible. We normally see what happens in the college situation is that a guy and a girl, they've been drinking at night, they go home, they hook up, they have sex, and the next morning she walks home. She does what's known as the walk of shame. When she gets back to wherever she lives, maybe it's a dorm room or a sorority house, she gets taunted by her friends that she's a slut. She says, oh, no, I just went over there and drank and just went to sleep. Nothing happens. Next thing she knows, the guy is opening his mouth and bragging, and then she gets offended and says, I was sexually assaulted. The other thing we see is when the boyfriend finds out that she was somewhere, and she says, well, I was really drunk, nothing happened. Then he hears, wait a second, something did happen. And again, she says, well, I must have passed out. He must have taken advantage of me. Now, the defenses will be looking at this person's social media account. I can't tell you how many times we go on somebody's Facebook page, Instagram, Vines, tweets, you name it, and you can find all sorts of evidence that this person's a partier and that they're in control of what they're doing. They're not pass-out drunks. We go to the bar that maybe 2 people are at, and we get the bar video, the surveillance video, so we can see how much did she have to drink? Were they dancing? Was she active? Did she walk out under her own power? We will give our own client a polygraph or a lie detector test and ask him the questions. And if he passes the lie detector test, which many people do, come to us and say, look, she was not passed out, this is ridiculous. That's a very powerful piece of evidence for the prosecutor and the officer. Now, is it admissible in a court of law? No, but it goes a long way with convincing the prosecutor to drop charges. We also will interview any witnesses that were at the party, at the bar, at the apartment, other roommates. Lastly, we'll do forensic testing. Why forensic testing? Well, obviously, if there's blood involved, that seems to indicate that there was some forcible sex or any tears in the vaginal area. And anybody who makes a claim of sexual assault will be analyzed by a nurse examiner who's specially trained on how to do proper examinations. And so we will question their forensic evidence. It may be DNA testing, who knows? It may be how they executed the warrant, but we're going to look into everything. Now, if you or a friend have been accused of sexual assault, call us. Go to our website, then contact us, set a free initial consultation, come on in. It doesn't cost anything, but we'll meet with you and we'll go over your case from top to bottom.